Continuing coverage on this week's arrest of a Tennessee man for using artificial intelligence to create child pornography. It is the latest trend in child sex abuse material, unfortunately. Joining us now with more on this is Nashville attorney Mark Chalos, whose practice includes representing survivors of institutional sex abuse. Mark, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Scott, for having this very important conversation.
The guy that got arrested this week, Jerry DuBose, 47. Police say he used Grok AI to create interactive pornography. I've read about cases where real people's pictures are used to do this. I assume that's where law firms like yours come in to protect people.
That's right. Unfortunately, the AI companies have provided tools that allow people to make images out of pictures they find on the internet. For example, children at parties or graduation parties or spending time with their friends or on vacations. These AI systems allow people to take those and make them into pornographic photographs without consent.
I know there are lawsuits, including some in Tennessee involving teenagers who allege that their images were abused like this, saying there's no safeguards against this type of thing. What have you learned with your legal work in this area?
The AI companies certainly have the technology to prevent their systems from being used in this way. They've chosen not to use those technologies. In fact, at least one of the AI providers has figured out a way to monetize these tools. So in other words, they put this functionality behind a paywall. So anybody that wants to create these pornographic images has to pay money to the AI company, which then profits from it.
I know some states have moved to create legislation to protect people. This obviously is a global problem and a national problem. Do you feel like Congress needs to do something?
There's certainly a role for the government here. These AI companies are very wealthy. They have a lot of friends in Washington. They have a lot of friends in the Tennessee legislature. Certainly there's a role for government here. There needs to be more regulations in terms of holding these AI companies accountable. We, as lawyers, work through the civil justice system, and we seek through the civil justice system, through the court system, to hold these companies accountable when they do wrong, as we've alleged in lawsuits that we filed and in lawsuits that we expect to file down the road.
Have there been any cases where people have recovered, or is this really a new area of the law where we're waiting for the courts to, I guess, make some rulings, create some precedent?
This is a fairly new area of the law. There, not to my knowledge, have any cases yet gone to trial. It's unfortunately, as technology advances, these companies find ways to make money without necessarily being responsible and without putting the safeguards that are necessary. So unfortunately, it's a new area in terms of lawsuits. I expect that there will be more lawsuits filed in the future. These companies need to be held accountable. And we get calls, unfortunately, frequently from all around the country from people who have been victimized using these AI tools.
Nashville attorney Mark Chalos, managing partner with Lieff Cabraser here in Nashville. Thank you very much for joining us.